It's the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey and the crew.
Wake that ass up. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. The Beat Break Podcast. We're back. Sean Garvey.
DJ Roland.
In the building at the all-new WadeWorksStudios.
Man, I love it.
In the ATL. So we've just been getting acclimated. We started a little bit late, ladies and gentlemen, because we just pretty much been getting acclimated to our new surroundings, to the new settings in here. And I love it.
I love it.
I love it so far. Yeah. And I wore like a dark blue.
Or my old brown.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
Yeah.
Nothing new. You seen this before. So
Yeah.
I'm just being real.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I know you, everybody that's watching us via Facebook and IG Live, they are looking at the new changes, including my glasses that I'm wearing for the first time in a long time.
They're real glasses.
Yeah, they're prescription glasses.
They're prescription glasses.
Yes.
So when you've been quarantined all this time and then on that computer close up.
Yes.
So now you need the glasses.
I needed the glasses.
You need the glasses.
Yes. Yes. So I can look at life much more clearer.
You can see clearly now. You can see clearly now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be blurry now. I want to
Right.
be blurry.
Right. You know, life has been a blur for the past couple of months, especially in quarantine.
Oh, yes. Most
It definitely does. You know, you can't help but to get new glasses.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out what to say. Oh, bring it back down. Bring the mic down. And then tilt it. Okay. This is live radio, so we're still getting adjusted. Tilt it up. No, bring the arm down. Okay. There we go. Shouts to our producer. Lock it in tight. Okay.
Am I good?
You're good, but I'm not good. Okay.
Get better. Get better.
But yeah, shout outs to our producers for making us right and tight on the air in front of the cameras here. Of course, that's how we do. We're very perfectionist people that work in radio, radio broadcasting.
There you go.
But as I was saying, I was trying to figure out what to say once we got on the air, DJ Roland, because it's been a minute since we've been in the studio, and some of the podcast episodes that we have done lately have been by way of Zoom. Right? Have been by way by Zoom. I was trying to figure out what to say also. By the way, shout out to Dynasty Smith, who couldn't come into the building this morning. She is getting her car repaired.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the car had contracted COVID-19 also.
Oh, so it's coughing, so it's spitting out. Is that what's going on with the car?
You might have to Lysol that mic now, man.
Oh, okay. Right.
You might have to disinfect that
Sorry, producer.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, too, we're going to bring in our guest in just a few moments. He's already inside the building right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast, coming to you from the all-new WadeWorksStudios. But I was trying to figure out what to say coming into, because it's no secret, I've been through a lot.
Yes, you have.
I have. I have been through a lot, which is part of the transformation process that I'm still going through.
Okay.
But
you're better now.
One of the reasons why I got my glasses, because I'm seeing life in a whole new angle.
Okay.
I'm seeing life much more clearer than ever before.
Well, that's a good thing.
Because you have to go through some things in order to keep that transformation process going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so before I get into that, because we still have our guest in the studio, he's getting ready to come into the studio with us. But before I get into that, DJ Roland, this cancel culture that we're in, I didn't come up with the term. You didn't come up with the term. The producer didn't come up with the term. But this cancel culture thing has gone to the next level.
Explain.
It's no secret, Roland. I mean, a lot of people in the industry have caught the cancel culture.
The cancel culture.
Cancel culture illness. Like now it's another pandemic now. You have COVID-19 pandemic, you have racism pandemic, and now you have cancel culture pandemic. Those are 3 pandemics right there that we are dealing with in 2020.
The cancel culture.
Cancel culture pandemic. Yes, there's a cancel culture pandemic going on, peoples.
It just started.
I mean, it's been happening, but it's just taking a life of its own now.
Okay.
You know, like so many people are being canceled and already talking about committing suicide and talking about how mentally they are.
Yeah,
you know,
but in order to get canceled, 2 ways to get canceled in a cancel culture is by what you say and or what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't pay attention to what you say and or what you do, you will get canceled.
Mm-hmm. But
I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah. When you are a celebrity, we forget. A lot of us forget that celebrities are people too.
Yes, they are.
They're not superheroes. They're not superhumans. They are people too that just happen to sign up for a profession that they're good at doing. A lot of them come from humble beginnings.
Some.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of them. Not some. A lot of them. It's a small portion of them that did not come from humble beginnings.
Okay.
But I say for the majority of people in Hollywood, entertainment industry, music industry, a lot of them did come from humble beginnings.
Okay.
I mean, let's just keep it real. Kanye West.
Look.
I mean, he's not in humble beginnings right now, but
in order to become a high profile celebrity, you have to put out some serious work for a mass to know who you are. Mass is considered as, I would say, probably in the 100,000s or more. And it doesn't always have to deal with money. It's just putting out the masses in numbers. And with that, it gets bigger and bigger. You were likely to get bigger, and that's when the finances will really come. So, since you mentioned Kanye, I'm like, and you said you were on another planet.
I said that off the air. I said that I was on a different planet.
Planet.
Not the same planet that Kanye is still on.
It's still on. His wife is protecting him as much as she possibly can.
We can just say her name, Kim.
I mean, I'm going to say his wife is protecting him.
Kim K.
KK is protecting him as much as she possibly can. And I said this, and I said this.
Protecting him from what?
I can't say himself, so I don't know. He is, I guess, and he's still running for the press. And you think we can? Well, we already elected another fool, so who knows?
I mean, how much longer will Kim K take this madness? How long will she be? Because it seems to me like, we were all on Kim back in the day from the sex tape era and what have you. And then like now it's like Kim could be a potential first lady of the United States. I say potential, probably.
Lord have mercy.
Potential first lady of the United States, and her going on social media and publicly saying that Kanye is bipolar. He's going through a lot. He's a creative artist. She's being his spokesman. Yeah.
Okay.
But
like I said,
I won't spend too much. I won't spend too much on Kanye.
Please
don't. But I wanted to highlight that, and I also wanted to highlight people like Nick Cannon, because not too long ago that I said that we needed to trade Nick Cannon for Billy Ray Cyrus when Nick Cannon was going up against Eminem, because we all wanted to cancel Nick Cannon for going up against Eminem. Now we were in support of Nick Cannon for what he said in the podcast that got him to end his career with Viacom and CBS. And then now, all of a sudden he apologized, and now we're canceling him again. And then Nick goes online and said he wants to cancel himself. What is all this cancellation going on?
I don't know, man.
I mean, it's so many people being canceled. It's like more people are being canceled than TV sitcoms and TV drama shows.
Yeah.
In this cancel culture that we're in. So many people. I mean, can we just go ahead and just cancel? Because if we're going to be in this cancel culture society, people, can we just go ahead and cancel the people that do deserve to get canceled, like 50 Cent?
Now,
can we go ahead?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you this. I mean, this is off the wall right here. If you're going to cancel, Silk the Shocker should have been canceled when he first opened the mic. He should have been canceled since then. Silk the Shocker should not have been rapping as long as he has. If you want to cancel folks, we should have went way back then.
We're not talking about Silk the Shocker. We're talking about people
I know,
that are
but I had to say that. I had to say that.
I know.
I had to say it.
I know, but I mean, can't we just cancel 50 Cent? I mean, at least for a week or a month or so. For going at Will Smith. Going at Will Smith because of Jada Pinkett Smith's sexual escapades with a youngin.
You mean entanglement? Not a sexual escapade.
It's
an entanglement.
I don't want to use. I know everybody's been using that E word a lot. I'm trying not to use that E word a lot. You know, entanglement. I know that's the 2020 word. That's the word of the year, entanglement. Mm-hmm. Even though Jada has used that word before in Red Table Talk episode before. You all know that she used that word before, right? She just added the MENT to that word.
And she used it on herself.
It is in the book of Jada Pinkett Smith's dictionary, entanglement.
It's on the dictionary.
I mean, if we're going to talk about cancel, can we cancel the word entanglement in 2020?
Not yet.
Can we do that, G? Can we cancel the word entanglement in 20?
Not yet, because someone else is going to have an entanglement coming up. I don't know who, but someone else is going to have an entanglement.
But I just don't understand this cancel culture. Because I feel like the Beat Break Morning Show should have been canceled a long time ago.
Oh, hell no.
10 years in the making. With all the crazy antics and controversial stuff that we've been saying and the controversial guests that we've had on the show, even that one time last year, a guy wanted to fight me live on the show.
Oh, my God. Is that considered as an entanglement?
he got himself in an entanglement. And a tangle where we. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just trying to understand. I just don't get this cancel culture situation. I mean, yeah.
I guess when someone said they had enough, they just had enough. Had enough.
Yeah. All these celebrities are coming out, and from Tamar Braxton and Nick Cannon, Kanye, and all that. We got to pray for these people, though, at the same time.
With that being said, we got to get some more psychologists and psychiatrists hired to handle these folks.
Spirit, what up?
Because, man, woo.
Yeah, we need more Ayanna Van Sant.
Okay.
We need more of those in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
We need more of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just saying, man. Yes, this cancel culture thing.
Cancel culture.
I wonder what the millennials, what the young folks are saying. Add us at Beat Break Radio on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So, with that being said, DJ Rollem, we're gonna take a quick break because we got an important guest.
Yes.
That we're gonna bring on the very first time of the Beat Break Morning Show.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to talk about, and then after we talk to him, I'm going to talk about what I went through over the past couple of weeks.
Okay.
And I don't want it to be all serious because it is a very touchy subject. And, they say that in order for you to not cry, you got to laugh sometimes. Like
you have to.
You have to. Your laughter is the best medicine.
There you go.
But at the same time, we here on the podcast, on the morning show, we talk about different things that are going on socially and keep people aware of what's going on, even in our personal lives. And, our personal lives are not perfect.
No.
It ain't. It's not like Kanye. I will say that for sure.
Got that daggone right.
It's not like Kanye.
Mm.
But it is a journey. It is a journey, and I'll be willing to share that with the public and the people watching us on Facebook, IG Live at Beat Break Radio and at Sean Garvey on Facebook, as well as on thinkingoutloudnetwork.com. We're streaming on thinkingoutloudnetwork.com, right? We're streaming on Facebook. Yeah, follow us on Facebook at Thinking Out Loud Network also. And we're also on YouTube. We can be seen on YouTube. We also can be heard on beatbreakradiofm.com and thinkingoutloudnetwork.com, Spotify, iHeart, Google Podcasts. We are everywhere. No excuse. We are everywhere on the internet.
Yes.
We cannot be canceled. We could have been canceled a long time ago, like I
we
said.
We ain't ever going to get canceled. Never. Because we're not part of entanglements.
But we will have an entanglement next week, though.
Uh-oh.
Got a special announcement. Got a special announcement to make later on in the podcast and the morning show. All right, it is going to be some kind of entanglement.
A good one.
Yeah, we can only hope and pray it's going to be a good one.
A good one.
Because we don't know what the outcome is going to be.
True.
We do not know.
True.
We do not know. All right. So our special guest is coming up in just a few moments right here on the Beat Break Morning Show. Get at us at Beat Break Radio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Sean Garvey on Facebook, Sean Garvey ATL on Twitter, IG.
DJ Rollum, always at DJ Rollum on IG, Twitter, and DJ Rollum Townsend on Facebook.
All right, it's the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast, and we're going to also get into our 411 Wire and talk briefly about this versus battle between DMX and Snoop. Doggy dog. Which one was the pit bull and which one was the poodle? It's the Beat Break Morning Show, Beat Break Podcast. All right. Hey, yes, you.
How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good. How you doing, brother? Good. Sean.
All right.
DJ Rollum. Yeah, have a. All right. Yeah, you just be careful. We got the cameras there behind you. All right, cool.
How you lower it down? Actually, the table need to go up. The chairs, though. I'm good. I'm good.
Like you're not 6'5", it would have been a different story. Yeah.
I'm gonna just Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing,
Good,
man?
good. Yeah, how you been? Good. So thank you for coming through your first time. Yeah, first time. We wasn't always in the studio. This is our first night being in the studio here. Yeah. But we were in the other room on the opposite side of the building. But yeah, this is our first time being in here. So where were you coming from? Were you coming from the north side, east side?
What side we was coming from?
Oh, okay.
East side. Wake that ass up, wake that ass up. It's the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast, and I forgot to yawn. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
That's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that DJ Roll-On yawn. Yeah. Sean Garvey.
DJ Roll-On.
In the building at Beat Break Radio on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Shout out to Dynasty Smith, who's getting her car repaired in COVID-19 pandemic. You just had to do that.
I had to do that. Trying to get that car cranked.
Trying to get that car working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she can go back out and start performing again. Also, shout outs to Diamond Love. Mm-hmm. Shout outs to Diamond Love, Sharia Thomas, Mr. Moody, DJ 360, the entire Beat Break Radio crew. Mm-hmm. Sharia Thomas, Lily, and, of course, Signature Phrase.
Of course.
Yes. Forever in the spirit. Speaking of Signature Phrase, and I got this young man in the studio for the very first time here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. I had an opportunity, DJ Roll'em, over the weekend to go through a lot of boxes. I'm in the moving process right now. Mm-hmm. And in my box, in one of my boxes, I have old cassette tapes and CDs of the Beat Break Morning Show or Beat Break Radio, especially a lot of the shows that we did over at Love 860 AM a few years back. And when I came across those CDs, DJ Roll'em and Mark and G, those CDs had some of the most best shows that we did on Love 860 AM. And that was around the time that we had our great friend, our great radio personality, Signature, on the show. And not too long ago, Roland, we talked about it on the show. We had Lily here, Kalila Sky, a.k.a. Lily, and she came into the studio and talked about some of her fondest memories of being around Signature and being on the show with Signature. She was that very animated person that made everybody laugh, whether you was in the studio with her or outside of the studio listening to her crazy antics. And even not just only as a radio personality, but also a poet too. We come from the poetry community, Roll'em. And we just been so blessed to have Signature come on and off the show, despite the adversities that she has went through over the years. And we always still talk about her a lot as if she is here physically, even though she's not here physically, but in the spirit, because that's how much she meant to us right here on Beat Break Radio on the Beat Break Morning Show. And so without further ado, for the first time ever on the Beat Break Morning Show, I had to reach out to Signature Phrase's family because, of course, we didn't know at the time about her condition until we found out later via social media. And one of her family members reached out to me, Roll'em, and it was her son, Mark. Me and Mark talked on the phone, and on one of the shows that we did, months ago, we had you called in. We had Mark called in, and he talked about a lot of great things about his mother, what she has done for him, the kind of advice that she instilled in him. And I told this young brother, I said, hey, look, anytime you want to reach out to me or the Beat Break Radio crew, you are just one phone call away. We are just one phone call away. Matter of fact, we'll do you one even better. Just come into the studio and just hang out with us. Mm-hmm. And he said, that's a bet. And now he's here, ladies and gentlemen. We have Signature Phrase's son, Mark Kimbrough, in the studio. Mark!
How you doing?
Good day. Welcome, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm all right. Taking it day by day.
Taking it day by day? We're going to have to raise your mic up. I see the producer looking at us. You good? Okay. Mark, I got to ask you, and I know you've probably been asked this question so many times, maybe a million times, but I know people ask you, did anybody ask you that you look just like your mother?
No, they be saying, so they say I look like my dad.
Okay.
But we took a picture on my birthday, December 13th. And so they was like, hold on, you look like your mama now. And so they're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so they was like, it took 21 years for you to start looking like your mother. But some people say I look like my dad. Some people say I look like my mom.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow. Can we have you look into the camera right there and wave to the people so they can see? That's signature phrase is son. We like her real name is Cassandra Foy.
Mm-hmm.
But we always call her signature phrase. That was her spoken word name.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this like without having to bust into tears on the air, um, even though I'm holding it inside. Like this year, 2020 has been heavy a lot for a lot of people, especially those that have lost their lives through COVID-19 and the social unrest that has been happening across the country. But two things that stood out from everything else in 2020 to me was a situation which I'll get into in just a few moments of what I've been through over the past couple of weeks and the loss of signature phrase. And that definitely hit a lot to me in the heart. And so I don't know if I remember asking you this or not. Like when you got the call about what happened with signature, your mother, Cassandra, what was your immediate reaction?
Oh no, I was there in person.
You was
So,
there.
yeah, I was sitting beside her while she was laying in bed when she had passed. Because I was when she got put on hospice, it was around December 21st or 22nd. And so I was already out for school break. And so I was like, I don't want to go back to school. I want to take care of you. And so she was like, nah, you got to finish school, whatever you do. You gotta finish school no matter what. Like, you got to promise you're going to finish school. And so I like, all right. And so I quit running the track because I was like, all them days I'm going for the weekend, I need to be with you. Like, it's going to end eventually anyway. Track going to end for me, but you only get one mama. And so I had stopped running track. She like, you sure you want to stop? I was like, yes, man, I'm sure. Like, you my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, first choice, first option. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so I was coming back every weekend. And so when school started, I was in school for like, I think 2 weeks or something like that. So my auntie called me and said, you need to come down here. And so it was like, I came down there. I was down there for like 2 days. And we sleep. I make a pallet beside her bed, and I hold her hand. We'll watch a movie or whatever. And then just one day, the last day, January 17th, it was around 3:30 ish, 3:45 ish.
That was at in the morning or
PM.
Okay.
Like after my brother got out of school, and so like 25 minutes after my brother got out of school, she had just stopped breathing. And so I was just like at least God let me be there to be with her in the last moments. You get what I'm saying? Like so, cause when she got put on when I took her to the hospital the first night, cause she was coughing up blood, and so I took her to the hospital, and then she was like, I was just by her side from like December 21st. I always been by my mama's side, but like specifically like not leaving. By her side, like all the time I leave, go take a shower, come back, and even when family was at the hospital, and so I did that, and she like, you ain't gonna be gone too long. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna be gone too long, mom. I'll be right back, because like I was always protecting my mama, and like I'm her bodyguard. I always been her bodyguard.
Signature not only displayed a lot of great talents on the air and provided that comic relief, but an amazing poet, writing poetry, spoken word artist, and what have you. Like any poems that you can think of that she wrote that really stood out to you the most that
She be writing so many.
she would write.
It was a book, but then I had just left the book alone. Like I can't even read it. I get too emotional or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to do it. She used to push me to do stuff I ain't want, like karaoke night. I be singing in front of people and all of that with her. She my background dancer, and so that's her favorite thing. Karaoke night on her 40th birthday. Me and my godmother throwing a surprise birthday party at some Mexican restaurant in Mobile. So we thrown her a surprise birthday party. She done turned around and invited everybody that we done invited for the surprise party. She threw her own party. Now we mad at her.
Wait a minute, we was surprised you.
We mad at her. I'm mad at her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Life of the party. Yeah. Speaking of party, a few days ago was her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
A few days ago was her birthday, and it was only right that we wanted to bring you into the studio days after her birthday. I always say this, that, you know, when you wake up every morning, it's your birthday all over again. You're celebrating life and all. Like between the time that she was born and her last days here, like what's some things that you want to share to the listening audience that people don't know about Signature, about Cassandra, that they may not know? We know that she's a great poet, great on-air personality. She's the life of the party. But what else do people may not know about Signature, about Cassandra Foy?
I'm not sure. I mean, she always gives first, acts later. She hardly ever acts. Kind, like, it's nothing you can ask of her without her going out. Even she was so sick, I'm telling her, Mom, you need to slow down. But I need to do this for such. You need to do, no, you need to do this for you. You need to lay down what you want, what you need. I handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even at her sickest, my sophomore year in college, she was walking in the parking lot to get my papers for financial aid. She broke 2 hip bones getting my papers for financial aid. I was finna get kicked out of school, and she still made it happen. But I was at Alabama State when she did that. She broke her hip bones, got rushed to Emory. I drove from school, spent the week with her in Emory. And so she always just putting everybody first.
Yeah.
Everybody first.
Yeah. Well,
Man, I was going to say, I'm just telling you from a similar experience. And you still currently in school or graduated?
I'm
You're currently
my
in
last
school.
year.
It's your last year. Wonderful thing, because when my grandmother passed away in 2000, 3 weeks before she passed, she says, I'm going to say my real name. She said, David, when you going to finish school? And I like, I'm going to finish, Grandma. I'm going to finish. And 3 weeks, you know, and I told her I'm going to finish. She ain't say where, because I was attending Tuskegee at the time, and I had issues with Tuskegee, but she said finish. And she passed, but I always kept in my mind. Those are the last words she said to me and whatnot. So I said, okay, all right, I'm going to finish. And I did finish. It was like 2 or 3 years later, but I did finish. It was at another school. So I was like, at least I got my degree. And she was always wondering when I was going to finish and stuff. Saying, well, you're going to go back and go ahead and get your degree. So that's what I did and everything. So definitely keep that going, man, because that is an awesome thing. So with that being said, what is your next plans after school?
Physician assistant.
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
Physician assistant. Worked for 2 to 4 years, then opened my own practice.
Okay.
And so then,
All right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. For those that are just tuning in to the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast, we have Mark Kimbrough in the studio, and he is the son of Signature Phrase, Cassandra Foy, who passed earlier this year. And it's crazy because she passed around the same time my grandmother passed, who passed away at 86 in January. It not a way to start out 2020, you know, because all of this happened before COVID-19. And, you know, when people pass, like the important ones, like your mother, it is always very paramount that they leave a legacy behind for their children, for their family, and for those that have been inspired and or influenced by their mentor or their teacher. Your mother was all of the above. She was your mentor, your teacher, not just only your mother, but she was that guide. She was like that tour guide to you through life. and what have you. And do you have any children? Do you have
No,
any
I don't
kids?
have
None
any
of
kids
kids.
yet.
Okay.
No, I don't have any
But
kids
maybe
yet.
one day you will have
Yeah,
kids
I
and
want
want to
kids.
get.
I want a little girl. Like a week before my mom passed, I was like, she was like, I want 4 grandkids. I want 2 from you and 2 from your little brother. I was like, what
awesome.
you want? She was like, I want a girl and a boy, and then a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
All right.
Yeah. Like what? When you have your children, when you have your family, when you start your family one day, and you have that conversation with your children who happen to be, of course, your mother's grandchildren by that time. What kind of conversations would you want to have with your future kids about your mother? What would you like to share with them?
I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna let them know how kind and loving their grandmother was, and how funny she was, and the life of the party. And so it's just I'm gonna teach them her ways. You know what I'm saying? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I wish that's one. I wish my mama would have been able to meet her grandkids. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's one of the things I couldn't give her, and so I don't know. I
Yeah.
just been waiting on the right time to have kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What I want to do is, because I'm not sure how often you had listened to the morning show when Signature was on, but what we've been talking about doing during the fall season is airing some of the shows that Signature was on, just to kind of remind people of what she meant to the show. And, just for those that our new listeners, because we get new listeners all the time, and they haven't listened to the shows from back in the day in the past, um, the shows that Signature was on. So we want to bring that out in the fall season. And so glad that I went through my boxes of tapes and CDs that I kept. Because I tell you, when I said that some of the best shows during that time was when Signature was on them. Because she definitely was very funny, very animated, and she was also informed too on a lot of things. She was very informed on a lot. So anything else, and of course, we'll talk about some other things too. During your stay here, you can hang out for as long as you want to, but um, what final remarks that you want to share to people about your mother and just about life in general. We always say that life is too short. No time like the present. And just to celebrate as much as you can, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. What final remarks would you like to make?
When my mom passed, I would say, man, life isn't fair. I was like, life's too short. I'm only 21. I'm only this. My mama gone. My mom, I don't have a mama no more. That was my best friend. I tell her everything. I call her whenever, text her whenever, no matter what time. She'll do whatever for me. I do whatever for her. Like, we put each other first, and that, like, we'll get mad at each other for, like, she wanted to go to the hospital one night. She took her own self to the hospital one night. I like, why you didn't wake me up? She like, you had work at 4:30 in the morning. I like, so that doesn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm mad because she put me first. Like, you need to rest for work. I'm mad because let me take you to the hospital. I need to know if you okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, they say everything happened for a reason, and I was blessed enough for my mom to see me make it to 21, and for her to instill the things that she's instilled into me, for me to be able to function and handle myself as a man in the world that we live in today. And so I'm forever grateful for everything she's taught me and the things that I'm being able to teach my little brother.
Right.
And so,
That's indeed. That's true
Awesome.
indeed.
Awesome.
Well, hey man, you are a part of the family.
Definitely.
The part of the family, like I said, and I keep saying this, but anytime you want to come back, or if you need anything, just let us know. And we still keep you and everyone in the family in prayer, because I know that everybody is remaining strong for Signature. Signature wants to see everybody in the family go on to do better things.
Yeah.
But I always say that she is still here in the spirit. I'm a firm believer that no one never really dies.
Yeah.
They just go on. transition to another stage in their life, but
yeah.
they're still alive.
Like people was like, she isn't gonna see here in the spirit, but I'm like, I want her physical. You know what I'm saying? I want my mom. I want to be able to see my mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then so it's like, don't ask me if I'm alright because it might look like I'm alright, but on the inside, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's just like a week after my mom passed, somebody like, "But what's wrong with you?" You get what I'm saying? And they in the family, and so I'm just looking at you like, "You serious right now? Let me get out of this house. Let me just go and walk away."
Yeah.
Like, and so it's just people are ignorant to certain things, and some people like, I know how you feel, but how you know how I feel? Even if you 30 years old, your mother 70 or whatever, your mother can pass right now. You still won't know how I feel. You wasn't 21 when you lost your mama. You didn't have the same bond I had with my mama. Everybody's relationship with their parent or somebody in life isn't the same as one another. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's people that don't like their mother. It's people that talk to their mother in type of way. But you're not finna be around me doing that.
Right.
Like none of my homeboys do that. Everybody, they respect their elders. You gonna respect. You spend time with the people you love while they here.
Yeah.
Don't all that petty arguing. You can leave that alone.
Yeah.
You can't
say that again, man. For real.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that too, because there's some people out there that just treat their mothers like crap, you know, and not forgetting and not remembering that they the ones that brought you here.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, they gave you life, they gave you breath, they gave you this, they gave you that, and I get it. Like my mom, she get on my nerves too a lot. You know, she probably got on your nerves too, DJ Rollin', your mom and everyone here and stuff like that. But you have to take some of the good with the bad and the bad with the good in the person. Like all of us have our shortcomings, our faults and whatever, but it's that love.
Yeah, that love.
You know, it's that love, that affection that your mother gives to you unconditionally. You know, whether you got in trouble, whether you got jammed up.
I
get
in trouble, she's still right there.
You know, I mean,
hey, I can talk to him like that. Y'all not gonna talk to him like that.
Right.
And so but I mean, my godmama did a great role. She's been stepping up. Like my godmother, she like blood can make us closer. Like as soon as everything was going on, she was there step by step.
Right.
And she was like this with my mom. Like they've been knowing each other since my mom was going to like high school before that.
Yeah.
And so it's not like it was just, all right, this is your godmama. Nah, we've been a company, you get what I'm saying? Like we've been knowing each other and have a great relationship. And you know, once you lose someone, they say you lose other people too. But she actually handles her role. You know what I'm saying? And so she does a great job. So yeah.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
So I can always call her.
Yeah, man. Well, I see your cousin coming in. He's like, man, we gotta go.
Oh, yeah,
but but no, we really appreciate you for stopping by, for coming through. And like I said, anytime you want to come and hang out with us, you can. You're more than welcome to, man. Anything else, Roland? For
stay focused.
Yeah.
Keep doing your dream, man.
I got you.
All right.
I got you.
All right, cool, man.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
Oh, no problem,
man.
No problem. Anytime.
Anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, shout outs to your cousin. He's doing the photography.
He big on photography. He does artists, rap artists, R&B artists, and that nature. So yeah.
All right. Big shout. What you want to shout out the brand?
CB Cinemas. You can follow them on Instagram at _CB __ CB _cinemas. So and so yeah, and follow me on Instagram. Just do it, Kimbrough.
All right, cool, man. So look, appreciate you for coming through, man. We got to make sure we take some pics.
Oh yeah, we
before
can
you
take
go
some pictures
and what have you. But like I said, we definitely gonna keep signature phrase always in prayer. You in prayer, the entire family in prayer, and we looking to see more great things come out of you in the near future.
Thank
you.
Absolutely, man. All right. It's the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Y'all keep it locked.
Yep.
Wake that ass up. It's the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast on BeatBreakRadioFM.com, Thinking Out Loud Network.com. We're also everywhere. Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and all of your streaming platforms. Sean Garvey.
DJ Rollin'.
Dynasty Smith, Diamond Love, Sharia Thomas, DJ 360, Mr. Moody, and of course, Signature Phrase, the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast.
Yeah.
In the building. Time now for the 411 Wire. The hot 411 Wire. All right.
Sizzling.
Sizzling and hot. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. During the summertime. Now, some of these stories I've already reported on one of the shows that I produce. Actually, I'm on WLK 1380 AM in Atlanta producing this show called On Point with Wandlin and Stokes. And each and every Friday, Roll'em, I do Celebrity Corner. So some of the stories that you may have missed out on during Celebrity Corner on Wandlin and Stokes show, I will be able to reiterate those stories for you right here on the Beat Break Morning Show and the Beat Break Podcast.
All right.
And I'm not going to go through all of the stories, just some of the stories that I reported early on Wandlin and Stokes show. And I like to talk about good stuff that is happening in the entertainment industry. Of course, we get enough of the gossip and the rumors. Entanglements, right? Entanglements and rumors and stuff in Hollywood. But, of course, everyone already knows by now Mike Tyson is returning back to the ring.
Man.
After some years, after X amount of years of just enjoying life and
Not to the movie screen, but to the actual ring.
To the ring, right?
To the ring.
Yes.
And do you think the millennials know about Mike Tyson?
That's a good question. I know. I dropped my phone. I would drop my phone for that. I would drop my phone for that if the millennials did not know who Mike Tyson is or was.
If you do not know who Mike Tyson is, he was the youngest heavyweight champion of all time.
Yeah.
He started his career in the mid 1980s. So yes, he's old. Yes, you could say that's old. Been built and born in the starting his career, not born. Started his career in the boxing game.
Yeah.
In the mid 80s.
Yeah.
And when I say he not only being the youngest, he was considered as the fastest. They always compared him to a guy that we definitely respect in the boxing game, Muhammad Ali. And I know y'all had to hear a little bit about Muhammad Ali.
A little bit. Yeah, but they know who Pretty Boy Floyd is. Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, yeah, they know who that is.
They know who he is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Mike is going to go up against Roy Jones Jr.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, and here's the thing.
Roy got them. He got some hands.
He got some hands too.
He got those hands.
He got some hands too. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about Roy Jones Jr. Is he considered as a heavyweight? That's the question. Is he considered as a heavyweight? Because of the size and in the boxing world, basically they go by your weight to could be considered of a particular style fighting.
Right.
And Mike Tyson is considered as a heavyweight.
Yeah.
And Roy Jones is not as heavy, but his name was still there because he has won some championships belts himself.
Yes.
So he's not definitely out of the game in that.
And Mike is older. He's a few years older than Roy.
Years older, yeah.
Roy, they are still in the same age bracket.
I say about 5 or 6 year difference.
Yeah.
Like
Roy
that.
is like 51 years old. Mike is about 56, somewhere around
there. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So that is something, and my thing is this with Mike Tyson. I'm already going to say he got it because if he can still move that fast.
The training videos.
Yeah.
Plus.
If you've seen them training videos, just Google Mike Tyson. Just Google.
Let me tell you something. When I seen those videos of Mike Tyson in training mode, I thought I had to go to the bathroom and I had to see if my nose was bleeding. I thought I was missing a tooth after watching that video.
Wow, yeah. Because he is that fast.
He is that fast. I thought I was missing a tooth.
Man.
I thought I needed a liver transplant.
For real.
A kidney transplant or something.
Dude is that fast and that powerful.
Uh-huh.
Now, remember, now, if you ever seen him in his prime,
Woo!
I would like to see his prime to now to see how much of a difference it is.
Now, there was a rumor that it was going to actually be a fight between Mike and Evander. It was going to be a part 2. There was a rumor.
No, a part 3. They did a part 2.
Oh, that's right. Right.
Oh, man, believe me, I followed those 2 right there.
A part 3, yeah. Yeah, I just only remember the one where Evander got his ear bit off and
that
he was
was
jumping.
part 2.
That was part 2.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mike was a little hungry on that. Yeah, hungry. Yeah.
Evander Holyfield was jumping up like crisscross in that jump video. Mike Tyson make you wanna jump.
Oh man, yeah.
But you're gonna jump for joy for this upcoming fight, September 12th at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. And the executive director of the California State Athletic Commission, Andy Foster, confirmed that Tyson has put a hold on that date, though, from what I see here. So I reported that it was going to be on the 12th, but it might be on a different date to be announced. Mm-hmm. But he also confirmed, Andy Foster confirmed, too, that they will not be wearing headgear.
Why? That would take away from the fun. You want to see a real boxing match without headgear. This is not the Olympics.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
I mean,
we didn't see headgear on Mike and Tyson. I mean, not Mike Tyson, but Mike and Evander.
No. If you're gonna do a real fight, no headgear. Now, the only thing is, since they're much older now, I'm wondering what the after effects are going to be.
Oh,
that's my biggest question right there. You already not up in age, like 60 plus, 65 plus.
I just don't want to see. After this fight, I just do not want to see Mike Tyson clapping his hands for the birds to come, and ain't no birds coming. It's like the only creature that's coming is the cat. Like,
oh, I got a nice one for you. You think Robin Givens is going to be there?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Why did you do that? Roland, why did you do that?
I had to cut a little entanglement. Right.
So this would be Tyson's fight since 2005 when he lost to Kevin McBride. Yeah. Oh, Tyson is 54. Mike Tyson is 54, and Jones is 51.
Oh, it's 3 years. Okay.
3 years. Yeah. Yeah, man. So we'll have to see. We have to see how this is gonna pan out. All right. Taraji P. Henson developing Empire spinoff in new first look deal with 20th Century Fox TV. So she's in talks with Fox in regards to doing a spinoff from Empire.
So Cookie. Is not going anywhere.
Cookie ain't never went anywhere.
No, I was just saying. I'm like, no. It's going to be focused on the character Cookie, and my thing is this: is she in charge of another radio label? I mean, a record label.
Record label. We have to wait and see.
Yeah, that's my
we
question.
Gotta just see. So Cookie. Taraji P. Henson. I keep wanting to say Cookie.
You call her Cookie?
You call her
Call her Cookie?
I'm gonna call her Aunt Cookie.
Yeah, you call her Aunt Cookie?
Yeah.
You don't want to get a piece of the chip right there, man. You got to, man.
Who does not want to get a chip off Cookie?
Hey.
Who does not want to get a chip?
But she's taken, though. She's taken.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens if she's gonna offer a piece of chip or keep the chip. So we'll see.
I don't know what DJ Roland was saying. He's making me hungry right now.
But because I'm hungry. That's why.
Yeah. But the long rumored Cookie series will be penned by, of course, people like Danny Strong, Stacey A. Littlejohn, Yolanda Lawrence, just to name a few. Those are the people behind the show Empire, as well as Lee Daniels.
Okay, but did you say Lil Jon?
Stacey A. Littlejohn.
Oh, okay.
Not the rapper Lil Jon.
I'm about to say Lil Jon. I'm about to say.
Oh, hey, he might make a guest appearance on Empire. He might contribute something to Empire.
Okay, because I was like, hey, I'm like, okay.
I just want to, if you all gonna cast Lil Jon in the spinoff series to Empire, just make sure you all give him more lines, not just some yeah.
And the East Side Boy. Oh man!
But you know, I don't see Craig Brewer anywhere because he plays a role in the Empire series too. Craig Brewer, the director behind Hustle and Flow. Yeah, I don't see his name anywhere in the school. Well, you know,
time to move on.
And in addition to an Empire spinoff, Henson and TPH Entertainment's agreement with 20th will also include other projects for multiple platforms.
Okay.
Yeah. So good luck with Cookie, Taraji P. Henson, for that.
All right, chocolate chip. All
right. Also, what else is there to talk about? J. Cole confirms he and his wife Melissa Holt welcomed a second son to the world. So now J. Cole is a father of two. And according to the Players Tribune titled "The Audacity," that he said he and his wife Melissa have welcomed a second son together. You talked about it in the interview there. And he also goes on to say that learning that I would become a father for the first time at some point in 2016, earlier in his essay, saying it wasn't a surprise to hear the news.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Congrats.
Yes, indeed. And, of course, Nicki Minaj is expecting also.
Yeah, did you see those pictures?
I did. You know, wouldn't it be crazy if Nicki Minaj did that same pose in Anaconda and she was pregnant? Wouldn't that have been crazy, G and Roland? Yeah. I mean, like,
oh man, I'm just gonna let Nicki have her moment because she didn't have her moment in a while. I'm just gonna let her have her moment and just keep it going. I wish her the best.
Yeah,
having a beautiful child to come into this world. That's about it. Man.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah, the daughter to a rapper named Nicki Minaj. Boy.
Okay. All right.
All right. And finally, of course, in your 4-1 wire, everybody's been talking about the DMX versus Snoop Dogg battle, in which I know Bryson is on the check-in on Facebook. He's been wanting me to say something about it. I did get to watch bits and pieces of the battle on YouTube between DMX and Snoop Dogg. But can we be honest for one moment, people? Like, was it really a battle though between Snoop and DMX? Knowing that Snoop Dogg has more, and I've said this 100 times, Snoop Dogg has more of an expandable, bigger catalog than DMX.
Yes. Don't
get me wrong, I love DMX. He was my favorite artist when he first came out in 1998 with the what you want to do? You know, I was a big fan. I was a fan of It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Okay. Actually, he is one of his first collaborations before he had his solo album was with LL Cool J on 4321.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, he spit so bad on there. I'm like, okay, when is this dude going to get his album? That's what I was wondering when I heard him. I'm like, dog, why are you going to be on this type of song and not have? I mean, I was ready. I was getting ready.
Yeah.
Ready for him and whatnot. And my shouts out to my sis, Nicole. Man, she fell in love with this dude. That was like her dude forever.
Right.
And whatnot. And then he took it to the next level. He went and did some movies. He did the biggest one with Aaliyah, you know. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. Kind of went south with what's his face, the karate dude.
Jet Li.
Not Jet Li. I'm talking about the other guy who always wear black with a ponytail.
Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal.
Oh, okay.
He went a little south on that one. He went south. Try to hold that career going, but okay. All right.
Yeah.
But dude, was he like a pre Kanye West a little bit? A pre.
Well, DMX.
Yeah, DMX. Was he like a pre? Because he was doing some crazy stuff too.
He was. I don't think a pre Kanye though. I mean, because the difference between him and Kanye didn't go back and forth to jail. Yeah. And he and Kanye doesn't have like 8, 9 kids like DMX has. You know?
Okay. But I mean, shouts out to DMX. I'm glad you did your thing, but to me,
you think Snoop?
Snoop won.
Snoop won. Snoop won the battle.
Snoop won the battle, no doubt, hands down on that.
Uh-huh.
One. Hands down on that one.
Yeah.
But that would have been an insult if he had done America's two of America's Most Wanted.
Snoop did.
He would have. DMX would have been so cursed out if he was trying to do Tupac's verses.
Now I mentioned off the air. Wouldn't it have been crazy if Tupac had did? I mean, if DMX had did Tupac's verse with Snoop Dogg?
That would have been an insult.
But I say that for a reason because when DMX first came, well, not when he first came out, but when he started to get more and more notoriety, people compared DMX as a newer version of Tupac.
Yeah.
And then came along Ja Rule, and y'all want to compare Ja Rule to Tupac. Oh,
God, yes, y'all did.
I was like,
I'm just going to keep it like this. He needs to come out with an album. I think if he had came out with an album, that probably would have helped him a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to say he still would have won, but I think that would have helped. Because to me, yes, we know him as DMX from back in the late 90s. But that's it. I mean, what have you done that is like continuing to better yourself in your
or what have you done that's worth you to be in a battle with Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. I'm why would you pick that?
Because he was waiting, because DMX was waiting for somebody to battle him. I mean, he talking about getting Eminem to battle him. He talking about getting Jay-Z to battle him, and that didn't work.
Why would you try to get folks that know they're going to beat you anyway? Snoop wasn't,
because
in my opinion, the way Snoop is, he wasn't even trying. You just laid back.
I mean, but it was like a dog. It was like a dog battle. It was like a dog
battle.
It was a dog battle between two dogs.
A Great Dane and a Doberman. That's all I see.
I mean, who would you rather see? Bow Wow up against Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. No, not against Snoop Dogg. I said Bow Wow against DMX. Bow Wow against DMX.
Bow Wow against DMX.
Yeah, that would have been different.
No.
Yes.
Bow Wow against DMX. Are you serious right now?
Yes. Because DMX has the better chance. That's the reason why. You need to get someone that you know you could possibly beat. You don't just get any old person when you go in a battle. You just can't get anybody. You have to get somebody. I think I have a chance. His only chance is Bow Wow. Get a little puppy. That's it. Because he's a Doberman, and you got Bow Wow, who is going to be a puppy to him.
Oh, my God. You know what? I'm just going to keep Snoop Dogg and DMX.
Okay, a Great Dane and a Doberman, and the Great Dane won. Okay?
I'm done, G. I'm done. All right. So this has been your 4-1 Wire right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Sean Garvey, DJ Rolo.
Yes.
Woo! Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right, got a special announcement to make in just a few moments as we get ready to wrap up the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Want to take this moment to just thank everybody for keeping me in you all's prayers over the past couple of weeks, past couple of days, because we talked about mental health a few times before on the podcast, and it definitely hit home to me. Having to deal with some personal issues that I went through over the past couple of days. And, you know, I told Roland, I told the rest of the crew, I was like, hey, look, I need some time. I need some space. I'm not doing any live streaming. I'm not doing any live videos, no live podcasts. I just want to chill and just um, reflect, get some clarity on a few things and what have you.
All right.
And anybody that knows me, knows Sean very well. Like, I'm a very introvert type of person. I may come off as very. You introvert as well too? That's how you say.
You're with the same signs, right?
Aquarians. Aquarians. All day.
Yeah.
Aquarians rule. But I'm an introvert. You know, I don't really go out a lot unless I'm hosting a gig or what have you.
Right.
And I'm really much of a private person. I really don't talk a lot about my private stuff publicly and out loud. I keep it amongst within the inner circles of some family members and friends and close friends that are very close to me.
Right.
Without going into too much details on what happened, I experienced a situation between a friend of mine to where we didn't have a falling out, but we had somewhat of a disagreement. It wasn't an argument. It was a disagreement that we had. And a decision was made on the other person to not get us to where we needed to be or where we wanted to be. And it took to the heart to me, to where I found myself in a very dark place. I was in a very dark place, and I did not know what to do, you know, and I've started to realize that my creativity had slowed down. My interaction with people was very dark. It wasn't lively. It was just very, very dark. I'm trying to come up with a word other than dark, but dark is the perfect term to use right now to describe what I've been going through over the past few days. And I had to go seek counseling. To get help and to get the answers that I needed to get. I'm gonna tell you all something. Like, if anybody knows who this person is, Amanda Davis. Amanda Davis is a veteran and a legend to the news market, especially in Atlanta. And Amanda Davis, we all know Amanda Davis from being the famous news reporter for Atlanta-based TV stations like Fox 5, WAGA Atlanta, and also on CBS 46 for a short amount of time. And unfortunately, Amanda Davis passed away a couple of years ago from a stroke. But of course, in the news, she's been in the news before in the past for DUI. And she talked publicly about it and was very transparent about her indiscretions and about her adversities of going through alcoholism and other personal issues. And what I realized going back and watching these testimonies and these stories of Amanda Davis, I started to realize I am just like Amanda Davis. I never went to the extent of drinking while driving or becoming an alcoholic or wanting to drink and what have you from any type of bad situation that I found myself in. But I was in a state of depression, just like Amanda was. I was in a very state of depression to where I needed help. I needed help before it could go to the next level. And I say that to say that it's okay to ask for help, to get help.
And even as a man.
Even as a man, right. Even as a man, because there's this thing where if a man is in a state of depression and he needs help, it's something wrong with him. There's something wrong with him. Like, what's going on with him? Like, why is he acting like that? You know, whereas as a woman, it's more understanding. It's more, oh, she's going to be okay. Let's console her. Right? You know, that paints a very picture of the essence of being a double standard type of person, or looking at things from a double standard view. And so this is not my first rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, I was in a dark place from a similar situation, and I posted about it on social media. I posted about it on Facebook that I was in a dark place and what have you. Keep your prayers and keep me uplifted in your prayers and what have you. And thank goodness that I have a great support system.
Yes.
I have a great support system, which of course includes Sharia Thomas, DJ Rollum, a few others that I know I'm gonna forget some names, but you all know who you are if you're tuning in. But Sharia and Rollum have played a pivotal part over the past few days of checking in on me and talking to me and helping me get through these issues that I was dealing with. Even G had texted me saying, "Hey man, you good? You cool?" You know, I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
what have you." But it was just a dark place that I was in, people, and I'm glad to be back
Yes.
in the studio, and I'm glad to be talking about it as opposed to not holding it in. The hardest part is holding it in.
Never holding it in.
Yeah,
That's the thing you should never do when you are in those type of situations or predicaments, whatever the case may be. Never hold it in, because all it's going to do is it's going to become a balloon.
yeah.
What happens to a balloon when you keep filling it up?
It's gonna pop.
It's going to pop, and it's going to pop, and you never know when it's going to pop. And when it does that, you don't know who's around you. You don't know where you're going to be located, and that's not a good thing to have, because I mean, I can definitely relate to what you're saying with that, to the core and everything, and that's one thing I've refused to do.
Yeah,
because I was a balloon, and I blew up and whatnot, and it's not good.
yeah.
Some folks have seen me blown up, and they don't want to see that no more.
Right.
I don't want to go through that no more.
Yeah.
But yeah, just always reach out when you're in doubt. When you're in doubt, there's nothing wrong with that. Whenever you're in doubt, reach out. Stop being afraid. Don't get all this masculinity, like, man, I'm tough, I can handle it and all that. Man, look, everybody, men cry too. And no, it ain't because we want a girl or anything. It's just part of human nature. So definitely, if you feel that way, reach out to your closest friend or whatever. Or you can reach to me or Sean, you know.
Right.
We can go through through our emails and or social media, wherever the case may be. Just reach out. We don't mind helping. We ain't professionals, but we'll do our best.
Yeah.
That's all I can say with
But
that.
don't treat it like we're a 24/7.
Oh, no.
24/7 prayer line.
Right, exactly. No, we're not that. No.
Yeah,
no.
we're not that, but we do what we can.
Yes,
We do what we can, and that's why we have podcasts like these. We have shows like these. We have podcasts like these to talk about what we've been through and where we at in our lives and what have you. You know, we don't only just have guests that come into the studio and we talk to them and we talk about all things considered politics and current events and pop culture and make fun of a lot of people in the industry and politics and in Hollywood. But we also put it out there about situations that I've been through. I've been through breakups. And I talked about some of them in the past few shows.
You have.
Yeah.
That's one thing I have not discussed about myself of breakups. I can say
Relationship breakups. They are, to me, they're the hardest to me. They may not be the hardest to somebody else, but they're the hardest to me.
Because you want to love so hard.
We are in Aquarians.
Yes.
And one of our, it's not our shortcomings, Roland, but one of the things about Aquarians is that we love hard and we get very emotionally attached to somebody that we fall very easily in love with.
Right.
And when they break their hearts, it just cuts us deeply.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm processing. I'm learning how to overcome that. I'm learning how to overcome that to where I could be 50 times more better in the next relationship that I get myself involved in. To me, relationships are not just relationships, lovey-dovey, and being with a person. It's about learning. it's about learning while on the journey. Uh,
I like that.
learning while on the journey.
There you go. There you go.
Learning who your partner really is.
Mm-hmm.
Learning where they're gonna go, how you all gonna get there. Learning the ins and outs, their flaws, their shortcomings, what makes them happy, what makes them unhappy. Everything is like school when it comes to relationships with people.
Okay.
And there's times where you might fail a test or you fail something and you be like, damn, I should have did this differently, or I should have did that differently. I should have studied more harder about that person.
The thing about it is, in my personal experience in my life, is that you have to have patience.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say the P word.
You gotta have patience. Gotta have patience. It takes time, and with that patience and time, you have to develop the foundation. If you don't develop a foundation, it ain't going nowhere. You have to go back when things get rough. Go back to the foundation. If you don't go back to the foundation when things get rough, it ain't gonna go nowhere.
Gotta go back, to kind of reminisce, not only reminisce, but also go back and you be like, okay, here's the effect and here are the causes. Like going back and remembering, okay, you did this, I did that, and dissecting what occurred that time, and be like, oh, you know what? You're right. You're right. I should have just said this better, or I should have said that, and what have you. It's learning. It's learning from your mistakes to be a better person. Right. And I'm doing that every single day as an individual. I'm learning to be a better person. Am I going to get everything right the next day or next week? No, I will not. But it's part of it is communication. Part of it is communication, even though we live in an age right now where communication is not always the key because we allow technology to communicate for us. But, deep message. But but communicating with that individual, with that significant other, with your spouse, mate, your friend, whoever, you really have to use active listening. Not just hear what they're saying, but actually listen to what they're saying. And how you react and respond is going to determine where the two of you are going to be at.
Do we need to go and have a show about love and relationships?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
I'm glad you said that.
All right.
So I got two announcements.
All right.
So the first announcement, and I'll get into the second announcement towards the end of the podcast. The first announcement is that me and Sharia Thomas, we're working on developing a new podcast together.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go ahead and say what the name of the podcast is. Exclusively right here on the Beat Break Morning Show at the brand new WadeWorksStudios. The name of the podcast that me and Sharia are going to work on doing is called Love and Poetry.
Love and Poetry.
Yeah. That's the new.
Not open mic.
It's gonna somewhat be open mic because it's gonna be open mic. It's gonna be open for those to share their stories on the mic.
Okay, open.
It's gonna be
open. Okay.
It's gonna be open.
All
yeah.
right.
It's gonna be an entanglement.
You had to go there, man. You had to go there.
You said open. It's how you said open.
But I'm just saying open. I'm like, when you do this, the butterfly, for people that like to swim, the butterfly, you got to know how to get around things, appreciate things, understanding things,
right?
Learn some things,
yeah.
But don't go down. You're like, ugh, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
When you're swimming, you got to keep going. You don't want to just fall down into the water. You have to figure out how to tread water, butterfly the water, swim in the water, and everything. You have to keep that flow going. in order for that relationship to survive. Now, if you don't care, just don't go down. Just like, okay, I'll go this way, and you can go that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go I-85, I go 75.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
If some of you all that don't know what we're talking about, just go back and rewind to the podcast. Just rewind to the part, and you rewind a couple of times, and you get it.
There you go. Yes.
So we're working on that. We're working on developing Love and Poetry podcast. That's coming soon.
Okay.
So that's coming soon. Yeah. But I wanted to share that with you guys because you all follow me on Facebook and on IG, and I know some of you all have seen the posts that I put out on Facebook, and I appreciate all the DMs and the text messages and the emails and even the calls from people checking up on me and seeing, am I going to be okay? Am I going to end up in a crazy house or what have you? No, I'm not going to end up in no psych ward.
You're not diagnosed with a mental illness.
No.
You're not diagnosed with a mental illness. All right. So, those, but that will come to light when, as long as you acknowledge the problem.
Yeah.
When you acknowledge the problem, you're not diagnosed with the problem because you already acknowledged it. Now, when you keep doing stuff and don't acknowledge it and keep saying stuff that Harriet Tubman was helping white folks and whatnot, then something is really wrong with you. So,
but I did like the bulletproof vest that Kanye wore at the campaign.
Because
I did like the bulletproof vest thing. It was a little bit too much, I will admit that, but I did kind of like it.
He's protecting himself from others. That's the only thing that comes to my mind. If you got a
but was that really a bulletproof? It didn't look like a real bulletproof vest.
Whatever it was, he's protecting himself from others. Because nobody is following what he's saying.
The last rapper I've seen wear a bulletproof vest was Nick Cannon. That was the last rapper I've seen wear a bulletproof vest. I ain't seen no other rapper wear a bulletproof vest.
I can't call Nick Cannon a rapper. He's an entertainer. And MC Hammer had more lyrics than Nick Cannon. Okay? All right? I'm just being real. So y'all absorb that one. God, no.
I'm going to just go out and get a bulletproof vest. I'm going to get one from Amazon tomorrow.
Okay. Prime.
Yeah, I might get one today, man.
Yeah.
Get one on Amazon Prime.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah. That's all we wanted to share. That's all that part I wanted to say too. And we're going to talk about mental health and mental illness, not on this show, but on Love and Poetry as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know a few people. We actually had brought on a guest to talk about mental health illness before, but I will touch on that subject again and get more deeper into what I went through over the past few days.
Okay.
It's something dealing with relationships, people, but at the same time, we all go through it. Relationships are not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But it just helps us become better people, depending on the situation and what you are willing to allow.
Right.
Yeah. But again, I appreciate the DMs, the emails, the text messages, and the warm thoughts and the prayers that you all have been sending to me. I love you guys. I love everyone here at Beat Break Radio, Thinking Out Loud Network. It's a family affair.
Right.
And and we had the gentleman Mark Kimbrough, son of Signature Phrase, on the show, and I can just imagine how he felt when he lost his mother. I was in that place too. Mm-hmm. This is why today's show is called Love Lost.
Love Lost. Yeah.
It's called Love Lost, whether you lost a loved one or you lost the love of your life through whatever circumstances or situations that occurred, that transpired. And this is just a place to talk it out, vent, and a continuation to find healing for yourself within yourself.
and it takes time, and I'm very proud of that young man. You know,
Absolutely.
taking one day at a time, and that's all you can do.
One day at a time.
And that's what people need to live by, even in similar situations of losing a loved one, or having a mental disarrangement. I would say, disarrangement,
cool.
And because you acknowledged it, So because people are gonna have those type of days, you just don't want them to last for several months. You might have days, you may have weeks, but you don't want to. When I say several months, I'm talking about beyond a season, because everybody's in each other's lives for a season. You'll be going for years and whatnot.
Right.
But the key is you don't want to lose that season on being conceited about yourself. When I say being conceited about yourself, like, I'm all right, I don't need nobody and whatnot, I'll figure it out for myself. No, everybody needs somebody. I don't care if you're in a marriage or in a relationship.
Or in an entanglement.
Truthful.
Or in a, what's it, a troffle? It was a troffle or a troffle, because, you know, the Smith family, they come up with all these crazy different names. Because Willow, she came up with the name Troffle. Oh, shit, you know. Willow came up with Troffle or Troffle, whatever that was, and Jada came up with entanglement. So, yeah. Will just says open.
Just make summertime, man. Make summertime part 3 or something like that, man. I mean, just do that. Do the song with Jazzy Jeff and just keep it moving, man. I mean, just keep it moving and whatnot. But that's what everybody needs to do. So once we get that, we're good.
Yeah. Or do a song. Can you take a picture of us while we? No problem. She's like, oh, Lord have mercy, boy. If you, you're good.
All right, cool.
But yeah. Or, you know, just do a song called August in the Summertime. Something.
Are we heading to August?
August in the summertime.
August in the summertime. Okay.
Okay. Moving on. I know you all didn't get that one, but like I said, rewind to any of the parts that you didn't get at first. It'll come to you.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
Yeah, not that hard. Not that hard. Not that hard. Yeah. That's what Jada said to August. But, may have been the other way around. Let me stop. Okay, so the other announcement. This may be our last time doing the Beat Break One Show, the Beat Break podcast, man. I'm telling you, I'm almost turning into 50 Cent, and I'm the one that says we need to cancel 50 Cent. Okay, so
free Sean Garvey. All right.
Okay, so the other announcement is this before we close out. All right. So on the next Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break podcast, we bringing this game back, but in a different style. Thank you so much. We're bringing this game back, but in a different style. Now, I don't want to say a long time ago, but a few years ago, when we were over at Georgia State Television Studios, we did a dating game show.
Yeah,
I actually orchestrated the dating game show, and it was you and Caesar Mason, and there was a lady named Robin that I picked out for you guys to go on a date with. She chose you.
Right.
She chose you over Caesar.
Right.
You all went out on the date. Great conversation over great food, but it didn't work out. It is what it is.
Can I say one added bonus?
Sure.
Because I told you this the other day.
Yeah.
On that date, that was planned. I think it was it Valentine's?
I think it was Valentine's. Yeah. And
Listeners, you wouldn't believe who set the Valentine's date up. Because I won.
It wasn't me.
Everybody that knows me knows that I am dating. And I have my significant other. That significant other planned the whole thing.
Wow.
Set up the whole restaurant, time, all that.
Wow.
I had to put it out there.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked.
So let's just be clear. Your current girlfriend put together the entire date for a woman that you went on a date with
Yes.
years ago.
Years ago.
Wow. She chose the restaurant and everything.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Interesting.
Dang. That sounds like a good movie. That would sound like a good movie. It would. It would.
A Tyler Perry special.
I don't know about maybe like a who's good at romantic movies, like a Will Packer or somebody.
Will Packer, okay.
Yeah,
it's definitely not his name. Okay.
Definitely not. No entanglements. No entanglements.
Right,
No entanglements.
Right.
No entanglements. But yeah. So next week we are going to do our first ever blind date show.
A blind
on
date
the
show.
Beat Break Morning Show.
Oh, I can't be to that. I can't come to that one.
Yeah, because we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have 3 beautiful women in the studio. All of them are single. Or at least we hope so.
Oh, yeah. You hope so because they may be having a mental issue that particular day and say the hell with him and wants to I want to try something new. So who knows what's on their minds.
Yeah. And we already have the dater. We already have the male dater. We're not going to say who he is. We're not going to say what their names are.
Hey, ain't you. It ain't you.
I'm going to spill the vanilla. Listen.
It ain't you.
I'm going to hold off on saying anything else until the next Beat Break Morning Show podcast.
Oh,
live.
Man, I wish it was you, man. God dang, man. I wish it was you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a story to that.
It's a story to that.
It's a story to that.
Okay.
All right. So that's going to be next week on Facebook, IG Live, exclusively here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. And how it's going to be set up, we're going to have me, CJ, C to the J, that's his stage name, C to the J. We actually did a blind date show for the show that we did together, Love and Relationships and Friends on News and Talk 1380 WLK. We did it twice. One for our former co-host, Gabby, and one for one of his friends, Kia.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to find somebody to hook up with in a COVID-19 era. Because people, listen. Let me tell y'all folks this. A lot of single people out here have been quarantined. They've been quarantined for 4 months, 5 months, for as long as they've been quarantined. Quarantine people need love, people. Quarantine people need love. They still need love out here.
Yes, they do. Just mask up when you go out.
Just mask. Yeah, that's all we asking. Mask up when you go out, or are we asking the daters to mask up when they go out?
Yep.
Yeah, because we're not gonna be following them wherever they're gonna go or what have you. But we are gonna do a follow up, see how the date went. But this is gonna be the first time. This is going to be the first time ever on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Actually, this is going to be the first time for everybody. This is going to be the first time we're doing this on Thinking Out Loud Network. The first time at WadeWorksStudios. Yes. Yeah. We're going to have so many people come to WadeWorksStudios to do their podcast here because of that. Because we got to get this shmoney.
Yeah.
You got to get this shmoney.
Yes, you go. Yes.
Yeah. So that's next week. Details are on the way. Just follow us on social media, and we're going to have the flyer up on beatbreakradiofm.com.
All right.
This is going to be an event. This is going to be an event like no other. This is going to be an event not like the Kanye West campaign.
Just don't come in with no daggone bulletproof vest.
Yeah, please don't.
No.
Please don't. Please don't. This is gonna be even more of a huge event than the Red Table Talk episode with Will and Jada.
No entanglements?
No, we're hoping not. No entanglements.
Okay, all right.
No entanglements.
No August either.
No August in the summertime.
No August in the summertime.
No August in the summertime.
All right.
All right, so this has been the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. We didn't do ride share confessions, and we didn't do fake news and not fake news, but we're not going to have time for all of that. We may have time next week before we go into the blind date situation.
Gotcha.
Next week. But before we close out, got to give you all this information. Speaking of WadeWorksStudios, if you are looking for a new home to do your show here at WadeWorksStudios, for more information, call 678-458-1951. That's 678-458-1951 for more information on how you can get your podcast produced at the famous WadeWorksStudios.
Yeah.
All right. For more information, that's 678-458-1951 for more information. And this Beat Break Morning Show has been brought to you by BV Mobile Apps. Go to bvmobileapps.com for more information on how you can get your app customized. That's bvmobileapps.com. As well as Precise and Take Action Music Incorporated. Make sure you check out Precise latest music. We're going to have his own page on beatbreakradiofm.com very soon. So you can check out all of his latest music, all right? Shout out to our special guest, Mark, for coming into the building. Mark Kimbrough.
Yes.
Signature phrase, son, for the very first time right here on the Beat Break Morning Show. Shout out to the producer, G, for holding us down here at the famous WadeWorksStudios in the ATL. And shout out to you, the viewer and the listener, for checking in and tuning in and getting lit with us. This is the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast, and we got Sharia's Law coming up in just a few moments. We got Sharia's Law coming up, and we got the DJ Roll'em Mix special dedication to the late and great Georgia Congressman, civil rights activist, civil rights leader, John Lewis.
Yes.
That's why I'm wearing this I Am t-shirt.
You are a man.
I am a man, just like John Lewis is.
A great man.
Thank you.
Great man.
Thank you. That I am.
Yes.
That I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and you are a greater man also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
He was waiting for that.
Thank you, sir.
He was waiting for that compliment.
And G-Wade. Awesome man. There you go. You go.
The G-Wade radio show is coming up in just a few moments on Beat Break 87 FM. And we got more programming, more music, and more talk programming after the G-Wade radio show with Deacon Dirty. All right, so follow us everywhere on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Beat Break Radio, as well as on beatbreakradiofm.com. Don't forget to make a donation to beatbreakradiofm.com. If you like the content, if you like what you hear, go to beatbreakradiofm.com and make a donation to either glow.fm/Reach One Network, PayPal, or Cash App. Not too late, Cash App us, $Reach #1 Communication, and donate to the cause. Where can they follow you at, DJ Roll'em?
Always follow me at DJ Roll'em. DJROLLEM on Instagram and Twitter, and DJ Roll'em Townsend on Facebook.
You always got to put the emphasis on D. You know that, right?
That's right. D.
They like the D, don't they?
She does.
Yeah, make sure you got. She does. Shout out to Tanya.
Yeah.
Shout out to
my baby. Yep.
All right, it's the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast. Stay tuned. Sharia's Law, the DJ Roll'em. I keep getting that wrong. The caffeine and energy drink mix coming up.
You will enjoy it, believe me.
Yes. All right, and some more stuff on the way next, right here on the Beat Break Morning Show, the Beat Break Podcast.
Yeah.
It's the Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey and the crew.